Namaste students, I am Dr. Aziz Mohammed Khan from Department of Food and Biotechnology, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jyoti Vidyapith Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss about the topic types of microorganisms in food, and the subject is food biotechnology in the discipline food and biotechnology, and the topic belongs to the subject of BTech FBT third trimester and BSc FND third trimester as a fundament as a subject of food biotechnology. So the topic describes the types of microorganisms in food. So there are various types of microorganisms which are involved in the food processing and other processings which are related to or directly related or indirectly related to the food. So the first one is bacteria, yeast, molds, parasites, and viruses. These microorganisms are involved in the food in various ways. They may be beneficial or they may be harmful. So the role of microorganism in two ways. The first one is the food spoilage and food production. These microbes can have important role in the spoilage of the food. So they are pathogenic. Sometimes the beneficial microorganism can also spoil the food because when the conditions at which the food is kept at a longer times, the food can be spoiled. Okay, so unnecessarily the food gets spoiled when the growth of microorganism occurs on the food, and but some kind of microorganism have role in the spoilage. If the food is present there and some pathogenic or some unnecessary microbes can occur and can spoil the food. The second one is the food production. Obviously, these microbes are beneficial to us, which have important role in the production of food. And from the ancient times, the people are using the microorganism for production of the food, but they were really unaware about these microorganisms. They were just thinking that the food is getting prepared randomly, and they keep it, and the fermenting bacteria start to production of the some kind of foods. But the people were really unaware about the microorganisms, that the microorganisms are involving in preparation of these kind of the food. They were really unaware of that. First, we discuss about the microorganisms which are involved in the food production. So, what they do, these kinds of microorganisms which have important role in the food production, what they do. The first one is they preserve the food. They have important role in the preservation of food, and they may have important role in production of new kinds of foods, and they may involve in some steps by which any kind of food can be prepared. So the first microorganism which involved in the production of food is yeast. Okay, the yeast is the one of the most important microorganisms which have important role in the production of some kinds of food. The one of the most important. So uh, Leon Briet And bakery products are produced from the yeast, uh, and the microorganism. The example of the yeast is Saccharomyces cerevisiae, which impart fermentation process. Okay, how they ferment? They use the carbohydrate, which is which we are going to provide as a raw material. These Saccharomyces cerevisiae ferment this carbohydrate or this substrate and produce carbon dioxide and give some other another kind of bakery products. Okay, uh, these yeast also provide the flavor to formation of some beverages such as alcohols. Okay, and they have important role in industry in the production of beer, wine, vinegar, pickles, because they do not only ferment, they also produce some important food products by production of some acids and production of some gas, just like acetic acid and the gas like carbon dioxide. The next microorganism is bacteria. Bacteria in the food production. So bacteria have some important role in production of various kinds of food. The one is fermented milk products. Okay, Ho- so lactobacillus, lactococcus, and bifidobacterium have important role in the fermentation of milk products. As the yeast was also fermenting, bacteria are these bacteria can also ferment and produce some milk products. Okay, the second one, some bacteria have important role in the production of some daily life food products such as dosa, rabri. These are also fermented food products. Dosa, rabri. They are also fermented products, and the microbes are Leuconostoc and Staphylococcus faecalis. The third one is the these bacteria have important role in the production of some probiotics such as yogurt. They are have important role in the production of some probiotics such as yogurt, and yogurt is also a milk product. Okay, and the microbes which have these capability to produce these kind of yogurts are Lactobacillus acidophilus and Bifidobacterium bifidum. Okay, these two bacteria, and some bacteria have also important role in production of some products, useful products, which are really beneficial to humans. How they are beneficial? So the first, how I am going to tell you how they are beneficial. These are the food supplements. Okay, probiotics. So how these probiotics do? How these probiotics are beneficial to humans? So the one is they influence human system. Okay, they improve our immunity to fight against some disease. Okay, such as diarrhea. Okay, these probiotics provide our immune system to fight against some disease such as diarrhea. And the second one is they decrease the danger of colon cancer. Okay, they decrease the cholesterol absorption, and cholesterol absorption is directly related to heart disease. So if they are decrease the cholesterol absorption, they are also decreasing the risk of heart diseases. The next is they produce some acids which lower the pH of the gut, and this lowered pH helps human so that another pathogenic bacteria cannot occur on our human body. And who lower this pH? These microbes. So these microbes lower the pH of the human body skin surface, and due to this lower pH, some pathogenic bacteria cannot survive on a human skin. Now we talk about the molds which are involved in the food production. So molds are fungi. Okay, they are originally fungi, and they also have important role in the production of some special kinds of food, such as cheese. Okay, cheese is also produced from the microbes, and the microbes which are involved in food cheese production are Penicillium roqueforti and Penicillium camemberti. These are involved in the cheese production. Okay, they produce some specific mycotoxin uh, which are involved in the production of cheese. These mycotoxins have enzyme activity, and these enzymes can produce cheese from milk. Okay, the second product from these molds is dry salami, which is the result of Penicillium and Scopularepsis molds. These are the genera, and the species of these two genera are involved in the production of dry salami. Next, food products from these fungi is soy sauce, which is the daily use food products, and really which is involve daily products in the restaurants and hotels. Soy sauce is produced from the Aspergillus species, especially Aspergillus oryza. Okay, this one, or Aspergillus oryza, which is involved in the production of soy sauce. And how they produce the soy sauce? They produce soy sauce through fermentation process, where l- in lactic acid bacteria produce lactic acid. Similarly, they also produce soy sauce. Next product is Seek, which is also produced from Aspergillus oryza. So these uh, molds are not only alone but in combination in some another microbes such as yeast can produce some useful products, food products. Okay. Now the role of microorganism in food spoiling. So these microbes are also involved in the spoilage of the food, but only few are involved in the production of food, and more microbes are involved in the food spoilage. So the first one, bacteria, which are involved in the food spoilage. Some bacteria which are involved in the food spoilage are some lactic acid bacteria, which produce lactic acid, such as Lactobacillus leuconostoc. Okay, lactic acid and lac- Lactobacillus and leuconostoc. These are two kinds of bacteria can produce lactic acid formation in the food, such as milk products. Unnecessary. Okay, this lactic acid products formation is not necessary in food, but these two bacteria produce. And sometimes when the food is kept for a longer time, these food types can also be spoiled, and the causative agent of spoilage of these food are only microbes, nothing other than microbes. Only microbes are involved in the spoilage when the food is kept for a longer time. Okay, if humans also need food, so microbes also need some food, and these microbes use the food, our food, and they not only use it, they start spoiling it. They produce some toxins, and due to these toxins, these food products can be spoiled. And sometimes some products which are unnecessarily produced, the food is also spoiled. So these lactic acid bacteria produce lactic acid unnecessary. Okay, the second one, how they spoil the food by lipolysis, the lysis of the lipids in the food, and the microbes which are involved in the lysis of the lipids are Pseudomonas, Aequilogens, Serita, and Micrococcus, which uh, lies the lipid of which is present in the food. And when the lipid is destroyed from the food, one composition when one composition is lost over, the food may be spoiled. Next, it's pigment. By production pigment, these bacteria can spoil the food, such as Flavobacterium, Serita, and Micrococcus. Next is by production of gas. Food spoilage by production of gas, and the microbes which are involved in the gas production are Leuconostoc, Lactobacillus, and Protease. Similarly, they are also in the similar way that the gas is produced unnecessarily. Unnecessary gas formation is occurred. Next, it slam or rope formation, and these are the natural degradation of the by the bacteria. Bacteria start formation of some slime and cause roping in the food, and the microbes which are involved in the ropiness are Enterobacter and Streptococcus. Next microbes which are involved in the spoilage of food is parasites. Okay, parasite. Parasites, as we know that they were not any important role in the food production, but here they are in the food spoilage. We are finding them in the food spoilage. How they spoil our food? Some parasites, such as helminthids, they are found in the animal, and when we use the meat products, okay, and they may be present in the meat, okay, and from this meat, this bacteria can come to the humans, okay. This bacteria can these parasites can be come to the humans by the route of meat products, okay. And how they are come to the meat products, and how they are come to the humans. The only answer is that the food is maybe uncooked, okay, maybe undercooked, and the food may be pork or any beef. Mainly parasites are found in the pork and beef. So when we consume these undercooked food, we can also get the diseases, as well as we are also having spoiled food. Okay, two losses. The one is spoilage of food. The second loss is we are getting parasites in our body, causing some disease in our body. Okay, so double loss. double harm to humans. Next is molds, the fungi which are involved in the food spoilage. And how they spoil the food, they produce some mycotoxin which are not necessary for the food. And the molds which are involved in the production of these mycotoxins are number one. At the number one position is aspergillus. Aspergillus is the one of the most causative in the food spoilage. Okay, aspergillus, penicillium, and some rhizopus species are involved in the food spoilage, and they stand at the number one position in this food spoilage. Okay, and the second one is Fusarium species of Fusarium. They are also cause food spoilage. The next one is Cladosporidium and Alternaria species. They cause spoilage in the food. And how they spoil the food? They produce some hepatotoxin such as aflatoxin, spirodesmin, leukotriene, and these are the examples of some toxins such as dermatotoxins which are produced by some dermatophytes. And what are the toxins such as verrucarians, sorellin. So these are the toxins which cause spoilage of food, and these are the examples. And they toxins not only spoil the food, they also cause disease in humans. So they are really very pathogenic. So how bacteria, molds, yeast, parasites are involved in food? The one is they are involved in the production of food. The second one is they are involved in the spoilage of food. The third one is they are involved in the causing of some disease through food. Okay, three ways. In three ways, these microorganisms are involved in food, and these are the types of microbes which are involved in the food. Okay, so our lecture is over here, and now I'm going to mm, finish my lecture, and we will meet in the another video tutorial.